And essentially what this pipeline will do is two things for us. It will teach a fundamental concept of using a webhook as an API endpoint, essentially. So sending data from the front end and capturing that from the user, which in our case is in Bubble, and sending in a request to this endpoint and URL here, and then actually working with all these different parameters inside of these APIs are coming from the Rapid API marketplace. All of them are either direct job search board APIs or wrappers and kind of multi-scrapers around multiple services. So we will cover how to build a LinkedIn jobs data scraper, or a whole pipeline of how to get the jobs, deposit them to our database, transform, do different data processing on them. And then we use both an OpenAI assistant and just an OpenAI chat model call. And we convert things from Markdown to HTML and deposit these things in our database. So that's going to be done for LinkedIn API, for an aggregator around Google Jobs API, another Google Jobs API JSearch, and a few more. And essentially what this will then create and do for us is, this is our front end built out for it. So what happens inside of n8n, and that webhook sends data and search, we see that we have all of these different parameters available for us to kind of set and modify. So we essentially take a whole bunch of data from the user, which comes in the form of the search preferences. We ship that out from Bubble into a hook, and we do that via either of these buttons here. So this button will sync all of our stuff and essentially trigger, this is the button, so whatever UI solution or front end you're in, this button sends out a request to this webhook. And inside this webhook, we have a ton of data then that we can use and build out our job board aggregator pipeline. So this is first and foremost an automation mini course. We're primarily looking at automation-based things and thus working inside of n8n. There is a little bit of AI functionality being added, but it's minimal. And mostly we will focus on talking about concepts of how to work within n8n in an intermediate and somewhat advanced way, while also still covering a ton of beginner concepts. This will then, each job board data comes in through the webhook, goes to the job board. We query the job board based on user parameters. So if the user is only looking for results that are in a specific, role and specific kind of location, then we deliver an experience where a single click of a button here then triggers one of our automations, or in the case of this course, we will just be looking at the automation, that single one that we're building, and then that populates all of our jobs that we see here. Right, so we can preview them either in a table view or in the grid. You could see that they're brand new. So as we go through the course, you will see that we're retrieving these as of today. This is showing, the latest retrieval dates. So we're then also able to preview things here, which opens up our... So here, we have the ability to view this job in a pop-out panel. We can apply to the roles. So directly we see here that will open up the application page. And let's test it with another potentially. So maybe like Genesis Therapeutics, apply. Yep. So wherever we can, we will save the direct most favorable application link. And all of that, yeah, all of this stuff that's coming into the front end is coming from